Hello. Hello.
Yes.
मैम आई अभी मैम ने ज्वाइन किया
Yes, ma'am is here. Just wait.
Yeah, Shivam, what happened?
यस यस मैम गुड इवनिंग
So may I please switch off your mic?
dimension hacker go to about course and here you find a link of all calendars.
Arey, what are you saying? Could you please repeat? Shivam, do you have any doubt? Am I audible, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes ma'am. You are
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what happened, people?
what
Yes, ma, what is your doubt? Okay, you have doubt. Okay, yeah, we'll discuss that. Anyway, today's session will be discussing about practice assignment. Okay. Okay, give me a moment, people. I'll share my screen.
Ma'am, I have doubt in activity question 3.4, question number 7.
Yeah, we'll discuss. Activity question 3.4, right?
Yes, ma'am. Question number 7.
Yeah. First, let's discuss the practice assignment. Then we can go ahead with that, okay?
Okay, ma'am, no problem.
Yeah. People, I have shared my screen. Kindly acknowledge if my screen is visible.
yes
Yeah,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Is it?
Great.
Ma'am, is this a summary session?
No. This is about practice assignment.
3.1
Yeah, it's about week 3.
practice assignment 3 3.1, 3.2, there's two successive assignments. Which one?
No. It's about practice assignment 3, not the activity questions. Array, it will be in the order that first of week 3 will be of summary session, then practice, then will be of activity questions. Okay, so this is the, or it can, or the last session can be considered as the open question, like doubt session also. Got it? All right, now proceeding further, people. So people, first let me discuss this, then I will go ahead with the doubts that I have an activity questions and all, we'll discuss that, okay? Okay, so this is the first question. In the shopping bill data set, the procedure shopping, the count the number of bills from the big bazaar shop. Okay, with the total number more than the average total bill amount. So we have to get the amount which is greater than the average amount. Okay, so assume that the variable ABG, which holds the value of the average total bill amount. So choose the correct answer, correct code fragment to complete the procedure. So actually this is a multiple select question. So more than one can be the right answer. So they have given the outline, like they have given the procedure that count is initially 0 while pile 1 has more cards. We are reading the first card. So the constraint is we have to count the number of bills whose amount is greater than the average count. So what are the options can be correct in this?
First, second, and third.
Okay, Adar, give your answer. I'll just give 2 minutes for this.
First three one. First, second, and third.
People, this session is of practice assessment, practice assignment. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So how it is? First, we have to check. In the first option, they are checking whether it is a big bazaar shop or not. If it is big bazaar shop, they are calculating the total bill amount greater than the average. Then increment the count. Here, they have changed the ulta, like first average, then big bazaar, something like that. Okay, so
Hello.
this can be the right answer. And here comes the next option. So here you can see that total bill amount is greater than the average. We want greater than average. So this is also
Ma'am,
the right answer. And here,
hello,
yes,
ma'am. Can I ask some question which I have doubt regarding second week assignment?
um,
Of the-
you just post it in the chat box. So once completed this practice assignment, we'll discuss that.
Okay.
First, let's discuss week 3, then I'll go ahead with week 2. Is that fine?
Ma'am, can you give me the specific time when I should ask these questions? Any?
Okay, so I'll tell you that first. Let me discuss all these 13 questions were there around. So we'll discuss this. Then, like in 3.4, someone has doubt in 7th question. Let me complete it. Then I'll go ahead with your doubt. Okay.
Ma'am, is this a doubt session?
No. This is about practice assignment and activity discussion question session. If you have doubts, you can say that. We can discuss it as well.
I'm having doubt in the activity 3.3.
In 3.3 also. Okay, fine. We'll discuss. Please, can you all give me what are the questions you have doubt in?
गैस तो नहीं जल रही
Ma'am,
एक बार देख लो
Yes.
और पानी का बोतल ले आओ
excuse me.
हमें तो नहीं रहा
Hello,
Ansika Singh, can you please mute yourself?
Will you also cover the summary in this session?
No, summary is already covered in the last session, on Friday session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm having doubt in graded assignment 2. Can I
Wait.
ask it now?
Can you post it in chat box, people? It will be easy.
Okay.
And please continue. ma'am.
Yeah, sure. And
Ma'am,
people, if you have any
actually the
doubts,
question is so big, so I cannot pose there. I can just say that means the question number is 6 from the graded assignment of week 2.
week 2. Could you please just mention only that, like active, let's say GA 2 point, like GA 2, what question number? Just mention that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. People as of now just post only the questions you have doubt. If you have anything else, we can just you can just post it later, okay?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the current question, first question of practice assignment 3, I think third option we can is not the answer.
Why?
The first and the second option is correct, but third is not, as you tick in the.
See, here they are taking, like, see, instead of giving two if condition, in the same if condition they are covering it, right? It has to be greater than the average and the shop name has to be Big Bazaar. Then count it. So what is the usage of and condition?
It checks both conditions. That both conditions should be true.
Here also, let's say average is checking. If it is not above the average, then it will not check with the Big Bazaar bill.
Okay.
Similarly, here also, if it is a Big Bazaar bill, then it is counting the average. So anyway, both the condition has to be true to increment the count, no?
Okay, that's clear.
Okay. Yeah, great. So here is the next question. The following pseudocode is executed using the scores dataset. What will be the value of the Z at the end of the execution? Yeah, so this is this procedure they have given. Can you all just go through it and tell me? If you have iteration, what is the last iteration value? That will be taken as the answer at the end of the iteration. Okay.
Ma'am, I think -1, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think it will be the 1.
-1, ma'am.
Repeat.
-1.
It will be the 1. Option
Okay,
number
how much is
second.
-1?
Me, ma'am.
Z is equal
-1.
to 1.
Okay, -1, 1. Okay, before that, what this procedure implies?
It's
This is just checking the average is greater than 0 or greater than 1.
Yes, right. So we should know the average. Like here, you can see that sum T is every person's total mark of total is added, maths mark is added, physics is added, chemistry is added. So at the end, we'll get all the people's mark. Okay. So we all know that Z is initially 0. Okay. So if I take the average, I have to check is it greater than or equal to 0, or it is less than or equal to 1. So we have to add everything.
I think it's not taking the average.
Wait.
Because
Average, no? See, sum of all the person's mark is taken, right?
Ma'am, we have to count the number of items, divide the count of number of items by it, na, to find the average.
Instead of average, actually, what they are doing is they are dividing by the total count itself, not by the total number of people. So let's give it a try with a few words here.
Neil Santosh, please mute yourself.
So here is the total marks, right?
What is allowed to submit the week 3's graded assignments?
Okay, let's say max mark. I hope my writings are visible to everyone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. So the max mark will be initially
68.
yes, and physics
68.
mark will be 64, and chemistry will be 78 and total will be 210. So next time what will happen here? Now 68 plus 62. So what is the value? We'll get 130.
130.
And physics is of 64 plus 45.
45.
109. Then chemistry marcus 78 plus 91. So it will be around 160.
9.
And here it will take it as 210 plus 198. So I'll get the value as
8,
408.
10.
So here what they are doing is 130 plus 109 is 239 plus 169 is 408 divided by 408. So whatever the value we are adding, we'll get the same as the total here, right?
Yes.
So what will
Yes,
be the option then?
We will get 1.
And also here first it will check with the first condition. So what is the value here? We are getting as greater than or equal to 0. Is 480 divided by 480, we'll get it as 1. 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Is the condition is right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
what will be
ma'am.
the Z value then?
1.
1.
1. Then it will check with, because it is also if condition, if and if condition. So this condition has to be checked, then this condition also need to be checked. So here it will check, is it less than or equal to 1? So what is the total value we have got? 480 by 480?
Greater than 1.
1.
It's not
So if 1 is less than or equal to 1?
Is
True, ma'am.
equal to 1.
yes, ma'am.
It's equal, right?
Equal
Equal
to
condition
1.
is also there. So 1 is the value. So what is the Z value at last?
Minus 1.
Minus 1.
Minus
That's
1.
it.
Please repeat again. I can understand.
Yes, ma'am. Please repeat once.
Ma'am, many people sending messages, so screen is not properly visible. Ma'am, please, if you do something right.
I don't understand. Ma'am.
Ma'am, if we,
Ma'am, I think he is saying that to block the chat section. That is why it will be helpful for him to.
ma'am, if we go with the second condition, if condition, then in first we have stored z equals to 1. We get z equals to 1. But how we will get z equals to minus 1? Because if
Because
all
again
the
it will check
marks.
with the condition, right? Because it's a if condition.
Yes, ma'am, it will check, but we are not getting marks less than 1, right?
The value of the total is going to be like 480 divided by 480, right?
Acha, acha, okay, I get it.
This is not going to change.
So Z is 1.
Yeah, so the value is 1. We have to check whether this 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it's greater than 0. Condition is true. So Z is assigned by 1. Again, I'm checking that 1 is less than or equal to 1. Yes, again the condition is true. So Z is assigned with minus 1. So initially Z is assigned with 1. Then Z is assigned with minus 1. So generally,
The first condition, second condition, same.
yes.
Then why it is Z equal to minus 1?
That's what I'm saying now. First it will check with the first if condition. Then what is happening?
मैं टोटल सम करके उसके बाद टोटल से डिवाइड करेंगे तो 1 आ जाएगा, देन -1 क्यों आएगा ना सेकंड में?
Wait. I'll tell you. So initially, what is the Z value?
1.
Z value 480.
Z is initially 0, right?
Z, हाँ, 0. Okay, 0.
Now here I'm getting the value as 480 by 480. What is the value I'm getting?
480.
480 divided by
1.
480.
1.
1. It will check.
Okay,
Is
1.
1 is greater than or equal to 0? What is the answer?
Z is equal to 1.
True.
Yes. So now Z is reinitialized to 1. Again, if condition is given. So it is considered as a separate condition check. So this condition check is over. Then it is checking for the next condition. There they have given us what is 480 by 480?
1.
Less than equal to 1.
Is 1 is less than or equal to 1?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
The condition is
true.
given. Okay.
So this condition is standard. We are not changing anything with this. Just we have to check with the
In second condition, Z is equal to 1 or less than 1.
-1 why
Then
given,
Z
ma'am?
is equal
So
to
then
minus
Z
1.
is initialized with -1. So at last, what is the Z value?
0.
-1.
-1, right?
-1.
Initialized with 0,
Only
then it is
-1.
changed to 1. At last, it is changed to -1. So this will be taken as the end value.
Why, ma'am?
Okay, I'll tell you. So generally, first I'm giving A equal to 10. Okay, then I'm adding, okay, next person comes, so I have to add 1 to it. So I'm giving A equal to A plus 1. Now, how many students will be there in the queue?
A
11.
-1.
A plus 1, that is 11 students, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, why I should not take 10? Because one person is added, so this is the repeated line. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is why we are not taking 0 or 1. We are taking the last updated value as -1.
Mm.
Got it, people?
Yes, ma'am. But
Yes,
if
ma'am.
Yes,
-1
ma'am.
plus 1 becomes 0, ma'am.
No. We are just updating. We are not adding. See, Z is equal to. We are updating. We are just initializing.
Ma'am,
We will
Z
not
is equal to -1 we are assigning.
Yes, exactly.
This is last output, Dheeraj.
Huh. That is the last updated Z value.
Cerebral.
Yes, ma'am. Next question.
Is that clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, people. Then I'm proceeding with the next question. So here the answer will be -1. Okay. So then, people, I could see few people are raising your hand. What is the issue? Muskan, you have raised your hand. Any doubt?
Yes, ma'am. 3.4, question number 3 and 9.
I told now, like you can post in the chat box. We'll discuss that. First, let me complete this practice question. Then we can go ahead with the activity question. Any doubts so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now the third question is the following pseudocode is executed using the scores dataset. And at the end of the execution, the variable count captures the number of students whose total marks are more than the class average. Total marks should be greater than the average, but have scored below the subject average in that at least one subject. In one subject, they should score
Less than the average.
Yes, exactly. So now average AVGT is the average total marks they have. And AVGP is like physics average,
Physics,
chemistry, and
chemistry,
maths
math.
average marks.
Okay, ma'am.
So what will be the correct code here that we have to fill it? So this is the pseudocode given. So all the variables are initially assigned with false. Then they are taking the total count. So the total should be greater than the average.
Average total.
And at least in one subject, they should get less than the average. Got it?
Than the average. Okay, ma'am.
So what will be the option for this? I'll mention here that A is the total and
Option A.
let me just check. Okay, B is of maths.
Option A, I think.
C is of physics. And D is of chemistry. Now these are the options. Initially, all
Option
the
A.
values are assigned with false. When the condition is satisfied, they are changing it to true. So what can be the option here?
Option A.
First option.
Option A, ma'am.
B.
First option.
Option A.
First option.
Okay, why it is first option?
Because
A
A
is
is the
compulsory.
total average marks, and B or C or D, we have to choose any two. Any
We
two
need
values will be true, then we can go with count equals to count plus one.
Yes.
we
So
need
actually what is given in the question? So first thing is they who are all the students who are scored greater than the average of total. So comparing to the average total, A has to be greater, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then B, C, D, what they said, at least in one subject, they can score less than the average mark. So either it can be maths or physics or chemistry.
Chemistry.
But this is the mandatory condition. So what is the difference between the unconditioned and or conditioned people?
In and condition, any one of the value should be true, then the whole condition will be get true. Right?
In and both has to be true, right? In
Yes,
Yeah,
or
ma'am.
both
any
has
one
to
Any
be true.
one has to be true.
In
exactly.
or anyone
Yeah.
has to be true.
Yes. In and, which means the total has the mandatory condition. So it should be before and. How about here B, C, D? Either one can be true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not mandatory. All the things has to be true. So that's why we are choosing the option A. Because
Yeah.
in option A, what they have given, A is true, B or C or D. If any one condition is true, count is incremented. Because let's say in one subject, at least, what is the difference between at least and at most? Yes, what is the difference between at least and at most?
At least
At
is
least is greater
At
than
least
or equal to, ma'am. At most is less than or equal to.
less than
Exactly.
or
At
equal to
least
it.
is minimum one. So it can
Yes,
be
ma'am.
more than one subject also. Okay. So which means more than one condition, they can score in all the three also. Is like all the three is not technically possible, but in two is possible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's why they are
Ma'am,
saying, yes.
ma'am, can you please explain the concept of at least and at most again?
Okay. At least
At
in the
least
sense of
means
minimum
minimum.
of one. What can be the maximum point? It is not
Two.
defined.
Ma'am,
मैथमेटिकली
at
डिराइव कर लीजिए मतलब मैथमेटिकली लिख दीजिए एटलीस्ट at most. So
If it is at most, let's say maximum of 1. What is maximum of 1?
Less than or
Means
equals to 1.
yeah, which means maximum point is 1. Minimum can be 0, minus 1,
Minus 1.
minus 2, like this. Because
Yes,
the
ma'am.
maximum point has to be 1. In case of at least,
ma'am,
the
that
least
means,
point is 1. It can go up to any value in the above.
ma'am, that means at least is less than and equal to 1, and at most
No,
is
no, no. Greater than or equal to 1, na? More than 1.
at least
Huh. 1
greater
is
than
the,
or equal to 1,
yeah.
and at most
Is less than or equal to 1.
The maximum value will be 1.
Yes.
That's what I have written. 1 has to be the
no,
maximum
the
in case of
given
at most.
value in a given value in given set that
I'm
which is
saying
listed
at
in
least
math.
1, at most 1. If it is at least 10, at most 10 means 10 is the maximum value. It goes beyond that.
Beyond or
10 से
below.
ज्यादा 10 के बराबर या equal.
Like this it goes. Here though it will be like 10 and next can be 11, 12. It goes above.
Ma'am, please show the pseudocode once.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, can you explain the second question?
This is the pseudocode people. Which second question? Not the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Okay, second question is nothing but we are taking the total, like sum of all the total, sum of all the maths mark, sum of all the physics mark, sum of all the chemistry mark. So it's very clear that whatever the total we are getting, let's say the total is 240. So here they might have scored 80, here it might be 71, sorry, 79, and like the distribution will be in such a way. Okay, because first I have given 240.
159.
The next can be
90.
81, let's say. So when I add all these three only, I'll get it 240, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so which means it's none other than 240. When I add maths, physics, and chemistry, it is going to give me 240. Total is also 240. So which means 240 divided by 240. What is the value?
1.
1.
Now what is the z value? Z is initialized with 0. Now 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Is the condition is true?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what is the z value? Z is updated as 1.
1.
Then again they are checking that this 240 divided by 240 is less than or equal to 1. What is the condition? Is the condition is true?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Again
ma'am.
true because 1 is equal to 1. So now the z is updated with
Minus.
Z equals
Minus
to
1.
-1.
So that is why the answer is -1. Is it clear for
Ma'am,
you?
Ma'am,
in this question, do we need to refer with the score data set or directly we can predict the answer?
You can check, like, that's why I have taken only two values, because no need to waste much time and scores, right? It's very clear that 62 plus 45 plus 91, I'm going to get 198. So similarly, let's say if I take the second data set also, so I'll just add 62 plus 57 and 45 plus 54, then 91 plus 77. Which total, if I add everything together, which will give me the answer is 198 plus 188, no? That's why I have taken only two values as example and I have shown you.
ma'am, if in the second if statement, if it would have been given z equals to z minus 1, then the final output would be 0, right?
Why?
If
One is also an answer, ma'am.
ma'am, I'm saying if it would have been given z is equal to z minus 1, then the final output would be 0, right? In the second if statement.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
MC, he is telling that if we change the z equals to -1 from z equals to z minus 1, then the value will be 0.
I didn't understand.
Both 1 and
Ma'am, I'm
-1 are
saying,
eligible for the answer, no, ma'am.
It is just assigning. We are not adding any values. We are assigning the
No,
same.
ma'am,
ma'am.
no, ma'am, I got this point. I am just saying if in the second if statement it is given z equals to -1. If it would have been given z equals z minus 1, then the final output would be 0, right?
Yes. That is true, because already we have z value is 1. So 1 minus 1 will get it as a value as 0.
Yeah, that's what he is saying.
Yeah, that is
Okay,
right.
let's move to the next question.
Yeah, sure. So here is the fourth question, people. This is, we have to use the shopping bills data set. So what will be the value of A, B and B at the end of the execution? Yeah, this is the end actually. Yeah. So just go through it and tell me what will be the A value and B value. Just say me what is the sentence actually. Like what A holds and what B holds. That's it.
Shop name.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 more minutes, people. Just go through it and tell me, okay?
Could you scroll upwards?
Count SB stores, the total bill amount of SB stores, and count BB stores, the total bill amount
Can
of
you please
business owner.
mute
People,
yourself?
can you please mute yourself?
Ma'am, what we have to find? Could you please scroll up?
You have to say what is the value of A and B. What will A and B represent, in fact? What will be stored in A and what will be stored in B? That has to be found out.
Average, ma'am. Average bill amount, I mean.
Repeat, ma, what did you say?
It will show the number of shops. A will store the number of shops which have bill amount greater than the average amount for SV stores. While B will store the Big Bazaar bills, which will show the average amount greater less than Big Bazaar bills, less than average of Big Bazaar bills.
Okay. Let's wait for others' answer as well. Then we'll discuss what the answer is. I'm just giving 1 more minute, people. Just tell me what A represents and what B represents, okay?
Ma'am, your MSV represents minimum
Ma'am,
value of SB
MSB
stores or average
represent
value.
You can refer 15th and 16th line. You can represent, like, check the whole code, people, and then just come to the conclusion.
A represents the SV stores and the average is greater than the total bill amount. A represents the
ma'am.
total number of bills that have purchased on SV stores and the bill amount is greater than the average.
Okay, how about Big Bazaar bill?
Same, ma'am.
B is less
Vice
than
versa.
Less than the
average.
total average.
Total bill.
What does B represents?
Less than the average. Total bill amount less than the average.
Total bill of Big Bazaar less than the average bill of Big Bazaar.
Yes. How did you say? Can anyone explain it?
Ma'am, may I try?
Yeah.
Ma'am, actually, exactly to explain what you are asking perfectly.
Repeat. What are you saying?
Ma'am, could you say exactly what you were asking? Actually, you were asking what is A and B only.
What is A and B? What A represent and what B represent?
So A represents actually it's incrementing, means it's a type of counting the number of SB stores actually.
What only SV stores? Like SV store, and they have given one more condition, na, that
And X
SV
bill
stores.
total amount greater.
And total bill amount is, ma'am, am I coming to that? Total bill amount is greater than the average of that
SBs.
SV
SB
stores.
store.
Yes. Similarly, Big Bazaar though, here we have to get less than the average.
Less than the average.
Less than average of
Big Bazaar.
Big Bazaar.
Big
All the
Bazaar.
bills of Big Bazaar.
So SV store, Big Bazaar, Big Bazaar. So which means we have only
Option number B.
second option, right?
Ma'am, I think option B.
Yes, ma'am.
SV stores, Big Bazaar. Because here in third option, SV store is compared with Big Bazaar. But here, SV stores is compared with SV stores only. So option A and C cannot be the answer. Option B we can take. We have to check now. SV stores with greater than the average bill. Yes. And Big Bazaar has to be less than the average. So option B is the answer for this. Okay, so here comes the next question, people. We have to take the scores data set, and they have mentioned that average P holds the average physics mark. And what will be the value of count A, B, C, and D at the end of the execution? So they have mentioned that 50.1, if it is there, we have to mention as 51. And 50.9 can also be rounded as 51. So we need to give only the rounded values. Next nearest value has to be given. So whatever the value you are getting. And this is the code, people. Like average physics mark is 73. So mid 2 has to be calculated accordingly. Mid 1 has to be calculated accordingly. Then compare it and tell me what is the count A, B, C, D values. I'll just give 3 minutes for this, okay?
Ma'am, here I have to see the data set of the codes.
No. Only they have given the average P value. So based on that, you can calculate and you can say.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, here count A represents the marks of females whose physics marks is greater than or equal to the mid 2 value.
Their physics mark. So you have to use the scores data set and you have to check their physics mark is greater than the mid 2 or not. So you have to use the scores data set, check what gender they belongs to, and check their marks, and you have to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Then
in this
what
case,
is mid 1 and mid 2, ma'am?
Refer the second and third line, please.
1.25.
So average P value is 73 given. Based on that, you have to calculate the remaining steps.
Mid 1 represents 0.75 into 73. Is it right, ma'am?
Ma'am, in the second line and first line 6 marks, we want to check that for female students if their physics marks is greater than or equal to 92.
Then you have to count their marks. Like count the A value, B value, C and D values. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, your screen.
My screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And people, these are all the like you have to fill. It is a numerical filling answers. So tell me what is the value of A, B, C, and D. I'll just give 5 minutes for this. Then come up with the answer, people.
Excuse me. Is physics marks given?
Actually, the thing is here, Average P, you have to use this. This X dot physics, you have to refer the scores data set. You have to take one card. If the gender is female, their physics mark has to be compared. So whenever it is X dot physics, you have to compare that person's physics mark.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, here the value of A is 2, B is 3, C is 7, and D is 1.
Repeat your values.
A is 2.
Okay.
B is 3.
Okay.
C is 7. D is 1.
Okay, good. Let's wait for others as well. And then we'll discuss what the solution is, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Anyway, good attempt.
Ma'am, could you screen share the sports data set once? Because I have
I got the answer, ma'am.
Actually, the thing is, you can just course data set, you can just take from here. Like,
Ma'am,
wait.
I got the answer.
In course introduction, you will see this common data sets. Just click it and find this course data set more. Because it has multiple cards, so it's very hard to display everything, no?
Ma'am, for this we can use that PDF. In that very
Yeah,
card
yeah,
is
you can
arranged
use
in
that
tablet.
also. That'll be your right. No, not this one.
PDF, ma'am.
Yeah. You can just make use of this also and you can do it, people.
Ma'am, can you show the code, please?
Yeah, sure.
Two, three.
Ma'am, should I say the answer? I have taken one.
Yeah.
Ma'am, A will finally we will got A equals to 0, B equals to 1, C equals to 1, and D equals to 1. And we have
Check your answer.
yes, ma'am.
Check your answer. Your answer is not right. Check again with the scores data set. We have to take only the female data set and we have to.
Ma'am, can I
Yeah,
try?
please.
S2, B3, C7, and D2, ma'am.
Yes, right. So far, 3 people have given right answers. Good. Let's wait for others also to solve it.
Yes.
Ma'am, may I try?
Yes, your answer.
A7, A3, B7, C, C2, D2.
No, check your answer again.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is A2. Ma'am, is the count of A2?
For solving this question, ma'am, we have to go for the score dataset, ma'am.
Yes, you want.
हेलो
हाँ यस
मैम ये रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन मिल सकता है मैम यूट्यूब वगैरह पे?
हाँ या इट इज अवेलेबल इन यूट्यूब.
ओके मैम.
Okay, now we'll discuss the answers, people.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes.
Whatever logic is represented in the pseudocode, if we aim to get the same output, we can frame the more simpler logic also, right? For the same output.
Like what you are saying?
Like ma'am, see, we are getting the output where A represents if the marks are between this and this range, B represent marks are between this and this range, whatever is it. Not particularly about this question, but all the question. If we aim to get the same output, we can construct different logic also, right? Which is more simple than this one.
Yeah, but the thing is here you should understand how the loop works, how the conditional statements work.
Yes,
Based
ma'am,
on
because
this, we are
right now
doing
we have
it.
to understand, but in higher level, we have to ourselves write the codes, right? That's why I'm asking.
In that case, you can optimize it. Like when you are learning for the higher level coding and all, you learn how to optimize the code and using algorithms and all, you can optimize it. But here, you have to understand how this works. That's how.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am, I got the answer.
great. Okay, we'll discuss the answer now, people. So first, what they have given here is 1.25 into 73. So what will be the value we'll get? 91.25. So what they have mentioned here, if I get even 90.1, I have to round it to 51. So here I will get value is 91.25, which means I have to take it as
92.
Yes, perfect.
90.
And so this is of 92. And here we have got as 0.75 into 73. So which will be 54.75. So we have to take it as 55, right?
Ma'am, why 90?
74.
That is 0.75 into 73, right?
Ma'am, it's
Yes, ma'am.
91.25, so it should be 91, right?
What is mentioned here? If it is 50.1 and for example 50.1 and 50.9 can be rounded
Okay.
to 51.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, so now what I have to do, I have to check their physics mark. Is it greater than the mid 2? So let me just take this data set here. Before that, let me count this. The physics mark has to be greater than or equal to 92 and physics mark has to be less than 92 and greater than or equal to average physics, which is 73.
73.
Here it is unconditional. And here less than 73 and
Equal to 55.
greater than or
Equal
equal
to
to 55. It's greater than or equal to
55.
Here, less than 51. Sorry, 55.
55.
Okay, so these are the conditions we have to check with. Based on that, A, B, C, D values changes. Now moving to the data set, I have to check the first person's physics mark. It is 64. So where it falls? It falls
Ma'am,
under
only
Ma'am,
for
only for
females.
females.
Huh. So then I have to check with the male category. So 0, 1, 2, all these are not taken, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So actually, let me just write 55 here. Okay. So these three are neglected. Then I have to take this Rita's mark. It is 53. So 53 is less than 55, right? So B will be counted as 1. Hai
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next what I should do, I have to take the next person's mark, which is 64. Where it falls under? 64 falls under this category, right? Greater than 55 but less than 73, hai na? So C is counted as 1. Next is female 92. So greater than or equal to 92 falls under A. So A is incremented by 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. So next is male. So ignore all these 3. So all the 4. Then female mark is 72. 72 falls under
C.
B.
C, right? Are C, no, C is like less than 73. So C is becomes 2. Then next is male, ignore. Next is female, 64. It falls under the C category, na? 73 to 55. So C is
Yes, ma'am.
incremented to 3. Then next is male, ignore it. Then 62 falls under which category? So C becomes 4, right?
4. Ma'am.
And next is 58, which forms under?
C.
Yes, so C is incremented to 5. So next is male, male, ignore it. Next is female, 92. So 92 has to be?
A.
Yes. So A has to be incremented to 2. Then 78, for these things are ignored. Then 69. Then 69 falls under which category?
C.
Yes, so C has to be incremented to 6.
6.
Yeah, next is 62. Then?
Then also C.
Same C.
Again C.
Yeah, 7. And next is 91.
Yeah, ma'am.
Are
B,
B,
B, B, B.
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 Because
B,
B is
ma'am.
still 92. Okay, so next is like 75, which falls under?
B.
B.
Yes. Then male, male, female, 83.
D, ma'am.
B. So what will be the final output then?
2, 3, 7, 1.
2371 will be the answer. Two, 3,
3, 7,
1.
1.
Is this clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now proceeding with the next question. I hope, yeah.
Ma'am, can
Yes,
you
please.
resolve a problem which I have, which is week 2 graded assignment, question number 6.
Yeah, post it in the chat box. Now we'll complete this practice question and then we'll go ahead with the doubts. Okay. Okay. So here is the procedure, people. People, if you have any doubt in any question, post it in the chat box. We'll discuss the doubts at the last. Okay. All right. So okay, so proceeding with this, so we have to use the scores data set, and this is the given. So what will be the count represent at the end of the execution?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but actually I have not completed week 3. I am here to ask my doubt only. So can you tell when I should come to join this session again to when I will get my answer?
After this practice assignment, we can discuss it, ma.
So
Because I cannot discuss the graded
after
assignment answer.
7:30.
Is the solution is released for graded assignment too?
So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Ma'am, for
Yes,
2 it
ma'am.
is released.
I'm asking for 2. That's why.
But the answers are released, right?
Yes, the answers are released.
Ma'am, I want explanation actually.
Yeah, I want the same for graded assignment question 1. There is an issue in that too.
Okay. We'll discuss, people. First, let me complete this practice assignment. Then we'll discuss the graded of week 2 and all. Okay. Only 12 questions are there in practice assignment. We'll complete this. Okay. All right. So this is the next question, people. So we have to say what the count represents at the end of the execution. So we have to take like two people's mark and all, and we have to do it. So I'll just give 5 minutes of time, people. Please please tell me what has to be done. Okay.
What we have to tell, ma'am?
What the count represents at the end of the execution. People, is my voice is clear to you all, or is my voice there is any disturbance?
Clear, ma'am.
Clear,
Clear, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I got the answer.
Yeah, what is the answer?
Ma'am, count represents choice. From this, I can say that choice the number of student pairs who have the same total marks.
Same pair or different pair?
Same, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, could you please scroll up the question?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, I know what is that return -1, return of -1 and return of 1.
Which means like it will return as -1. So here, whatever the count value, -1 will be done. Let's say count value is 0. So 0 minus 1, I'll get it as -1. Or let's say if it is returning 1, 0 plus 1, it will become 1. Next time, if I'm getting -1, it becomes 0 again. Something like this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Here, count value is updated here as well as here. Both the statements will work. Yes, good. I could see the correct answers in the chat box also.
Ma'am, meanwhile, may I ask a doubt?
What is your doubt?
Ma'am, if my average from week 1 and 2 are greater than 40%, even though I have not attempted the week 3 and 4, may I am eligible to write the qualifier, ma'am?
1 minute. Could you please write this to the support team? That would be better. Because all the 4-week GAs are added up together, no, for eligibility and all. Yes.
I also had that same doubt that if suppose I have not given CD first week assignment.
Your voice is very low. Could you please speak a bit louder?
Ma'am, I also had the same doubt actually that I 1 week CD assignment I had missed, but my average is greater than 40%, suppose 40 out of 100. So will I be eligible to give the exam?
Could you please write a mail to supporting? They'll help you in this.
Okay, ma'am.
Or you can refer the graded assignment. Grading document would be shared, right? You can just check in that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, without attempting graded assignment 3 and 4, am I eligible with the first 2 weeks to write the qualifier?
I don't think so. Maybe you can just check with the team.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, in this question, how to predict whether the marks are different or same?
That is what the condition is given, right? Like, let's say we are taking the X total and Y total. So first X contains the first row, and we are just taking from the table we are taking the second element. So first mark, let's say person 1 is taken here, person 2 is taken here. So 1 and 2 are compared, that is X and Y. Then Y and X are compared by changing A and B value. This is A and B, and here this is A and this is B. On comparing that, you will count it, right?
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes.
Here the code for that compare something A and B is given below the iteration process. So if we write the logic with the appropriate syntax of whatever language we are writing, will the code still work? Because when the code will try to process the things, then the compare something will be undefined, right? Because it is after that code. So will the
Yeah,
code work?
actually, the thing is, yeah, it will work. The thing is, it depends on which language you're writing. If you are writing in C or C++, this has to be initial, like you have to mention that there is going to be a function. So return type and function name and variable semicolon. After that, you can give the function definition. But in few languages, you can write after this also. After function call, you can, or method call, you can write the method definition also.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you explain the question which I sent in the chat box? It is from graded assignment 2.
Kana, we'll discuss more. First, let me complete this practice assignment, then we'll discuss that for sure.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, have you all completed this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the answer then?
Number of pairs who have same marks. Pairs. Choose the number of pairs who have same total mark. No.
Yes.
Yes,
Because,
ma'am.
yeah. Can anyone explain how it is?
Ma'am, if X total and Y total have same marks, then count will be 2.
Yes. If B is greater than A also, we'll get it the same one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, then what will be the condition if they are or they are of different marks?
See, let's take example here. And course support team is the mail ID. You can just check and you can write the mail to them. Even in website, it will be available. Okay, so now let's say I'm taking this mark. So what is the total mark? It is 210. So now 210 has to be compared, right? Now 210 and 198 are compared. So on comparing 210, what will happen? A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, what has to be done here?
We enter it.
Yes,
Minus
what?
Enter at a minus 1.
So now count value become minus 1. Count is initially 0. Now the count becomes minus 1. Next time what is happening? 198 and 210. So now what happens? Is 198 is greater than 210?
Less than.
No, ma'am.
Less
No, condition failed. So it will go to the else part. Else what it has to written?
1.
1.
So minus 1 plus 1 will get the again count value as
2.
0.
0,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. 0, ma'am.
0,
Zero.
ma'am.
okay. Next time let's say the person has scored 210. Next taking mark is also 210. So what will happen in this case?
It becomes 1 and 1.
1.
So
Here
2.
it will say greater than no. So it will return the value as 1. So C value becomes 1. Next time again 210 is greater than 210? No.
No.
Again it will go to the else part. So 1 plus 1 I'll get it as 2. Next time let's say I'm getting the mark as 210 again. So what will happen?
It will increase.
Again 1.
Yeah. So again C becomes 2 plus 1, right?
3.
It becomes 3. What is the next line in place? Again I have to swap the values and I have to check. Again 210 is greater than 210. What happens?
It's 4.
Again 3 plus
Go
1
to
becomes
what?
4. So how many pairs I have got so far?
2.
2 pairs I have got. But what is the value I'm getting?
4.
So it is twice the number. Okay. If they have scored the total mark, we'll get the twice as the pair of numbers. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So here are the answers. Option D. Twice the number of pairs of students who have same total marks.
This question could you explain from first, ma'am?
Which question?
This question only.
9th.
Yes, ma'am. This question only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, ma. So here I have to take one, while table 1 has more rows. So now the table 1 has all the 30 elements. Okay, I'm reading the first row. So first card is taken out, which is moved to the table 2. So now it is in table 2. In table 2, Let's just write 1 card. In T1, what happens? 29 cards.
30 cards.
Initially 30, now 1 is moved. So 29 and 1, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now what is happening? I'm taking 1 card from here. This is X card and this 1 card is Y card. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, I have to count with compare something. Let's say the X card value is 210 and Y card value is 198. So what will happen to the first statement? It will call this procedure. Here, what is the A value? X the total, that is 210. 210 is greater than 198. Is the condition is true?
Yes, ma'am.
So it
Ma'am,
will
why
return
am I getting
minus 1.
198?
So count value becomes, initially count is 0. So 0 minus 1, what is the value?
-1.
Minus 1. Fine. Next to how they are doing is count is equal to -1 plus compare something of y dot total. What is y's total?
198.
It has to compare is 198 is greater than 210. Is it true?
No.
Then what it has to do?
Go
Return
to
1.
else part.
Else part. Else part is returning 1. So what is -1 plus 1?
0.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Now,
here may I interrupt one doubt I have
yeah,
in
yeah.
between this. Ma'am, that 198 where we are getting?
These are the cards, right?
Ma'am, in
Yeah.
cards, how do you read the row? Which is this row they are saying? How do we know which is row?
That is what the first card is. So we have a table 1 has more rows, which means what are all the cards are there, they are referring it as table 1. We are taking the first card from the table 1.
Okay.
Now move that row to the table 2. So here instead of 30 cards, it will be 29 cards versus 1 card. So now this 1 card is checked against all the 29 cards. Next time what will happen?
Here what's table 2, ma'am?
We are just creating one table to empty table in which we are trying to move the cards. Because
Okay,
we
ma'am.
have to take the first card, comparing it with
The
29
table
cards.
is same as file. File and table is same.
Not file, it's like data set. Wait. So this is row 1. Whatever we have the data, this is row 1 data. This is row 2's data. This is row 3. So in table 1, if I'm picking this X card, this card is taken out and I'm doing the comparison. And this is what you would have learned in the week 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, the same thing. Then what are we trying to do? We are moving this T1 card to the table 3. Now in table 3, it holds 198. Then whatever is the next card, that is moved to the T3, 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 T3. All the cards will be moved to T3. At last, what are we doing? Once the iteration is over, we are moving all the rows from table 3 to table 1. Okay. Now the second card is taken. That is 198 card is taken, which is moved to the table 2. So now here it holds the 198 card. And what will happen?
Yeah, ma'am.
Let's say the 198 card is moved to table 2. Then 198 is compared with the remaining 28 cards. 1 is compared with 29, 2 is compared with 28, and 3 is compared with 27 cards against.
Yes.
Taken and compared again. And next, whatever the card, let's say 205 is the next value, which is compared against all the remaining values. So 1 is compared against all the 29. 2 is compared against all the remaining 28. 3 with remaining 27 cards, and it goes on.
Understood.
Until all the cards in table 1 is red. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So now moving with the next question. So we have to take the shopping bills data set. So number of eligible bills for the lowest 3 total bills. Okay. So you have to fill the code here. Lowest of, you can just read the question as well, people. The following pseudocode is executed using the shopping bills data set. This is the end question. I'll just give you 3 minutes, people come up with the answer for this.
Ma'am, can you just scroll down a bit? Okay. Ma'am, I got the answer.
Okay. What is the answer?
We want to fill that if it's the total bill amount and is less than or equal to the third total, ma'am.
Okay, good attempt. Let's wait for others' answer as well.
Could you go on mute?
Ma'am, is it collecting our top three bill amounts, means highest top three bill amounts?
No, we have to calculate the lowest, right? Lowest three total bill amounts has to be calculated.
Sorry, sir.
Ma'am, once could you show the options, please?
Yeah, sure. These are the options, people.
Ma'am, option number 2.
Ma'am, option number first, could you show once? Can't see.
Now it's clearly visible, right?
Option number 2, ma'am.
Ma'am, above, yes.
Okay. Can anyone say how it is option number 2?
We are finding the three lowest bill among using first total, second total, and third total.
Okay.
Then we count how many bills are less than or equal to the third lowest. So the current line can only be x dot total amount less than and equal to third. If we don't use equal to, we don't get that equal to bill, ma'am.
Okay. Can anyone explain it in a better way?
First, ma'am, what's exactly it's asking?
And first T stores the lowest bill amount, and second T stores the next higher bill amount.
Shall we discuss the answer now, people?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ma'am, just a minute, please, ma'am. Just 20 seconds, ma'am.
Okay, no issues. Others, you can just come up with the answers, people.
Start discuss the answer, ma'am.
Ma'am, please discuss answer now.
Ma'am,
Now, please start discussing the answer.
Yeah, sure, people. So the thing is, we have the three variables names, second one, second two, and second t. So all the values are initialized with 10k, right? Oops. Yeah. Okay. So then what they are reading? They are reading the first card. So the bill amount, we know. Let's say, let me just take one example here. We have to take the shopping bills. Okay, so what is the total bill we have got here? 567. So here, what is the bill amount? 567 is the bill amount. So I have to check 567 is less than the 10k. What is the condition?
Second total.
Is the condition is true? Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
So what I have to do? Second t has, the third t has to be equal to 10k. And second t also equal to the 10k. Because as of now, 1, 2, 3 are all 10k only. And what about the 1t? 560.
567.
Okay. Then it is checking that. What is the value of bill amount here? 567. Is 567 is greater than 567?
No, not greater than.
No, ma'am.
It is equal to.
Yeah. So if this condition fail, will it check the second condition?
No, ma'am. Here is
Exactly.
and
Because
condition.
And condition.
exactly. If first condition fails in and, it will not check the second condition. Because the rule of and is both has to be true. So it will not check. So this condition fails. Then bill amount 567 is greater than 10,000?
No, ma'am.
No,
No.
right? Done. So next what it has to do? It has to go ahead with the next bill. Okay. What is the next bill can be? Okay, it's 1525. So now 1525 is compared with the 567. What is the condition is true?
Yes.
No.
So one is false.
Because 567 is false. So what it has to do? It has to go ahead with the second bill amount. So 1525 is greater than 567. Condition is
Yes.
true. Then
True.
1525 is less than the 10k.
10,000.
Is the condition is true?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So what I have to do?
Yes.
Third, now 3t has to be 10k. But what about the second t, which has to be
1525.
1525? Then it comes with the next condition. That is bill amount is what? 1525. 1525 is greater than the 1525. Is the condition is true?
No.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Condition is false. Okay. So now I have to take the next scorecard, right? Okay, what is the value here? I'm getting is 1341. So now I have to compare for 1341. 1341. Is 1341 is less than 567?
No.
No.
No. So it has to come and check with the next condition. 1 minute, people. Yeah, sorry for the interruption, people. Okay, so proceeding further, 1341 is less than or less than 567? No, condition failed. Now I have to check with is 1341 is greater than 567. Is the condition is true?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I have to check is 1341 is less than the 1525. Is the condition is true?
Yes, ma'am.
So what I have to do? 3t equal to second t. So this 3t has to be assigned with 1525. Then second has to be assigned with 1341. 41.
41.
Now I have to check is 1341 is greater than the 1341. Sorry, what is the second T? Yes, the same. 1341. Is the condition is true?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So condition failed, this stops. Then it has to go ahead with the next bill, right? Next bill is 123. So now what happens? Now the value is 123 more. So it will check is 123 is less than 567.
Yes, ma'am.
Condition is true. So what I have to do? Third T equal to second T. So third T equal to 1341. And second T equal to whatever is the first T value. That is 567. How about the first T value? 123.
1, 2, 3.
Now 123 is greater than 123?
No,
No.
ma'am.
No,
Again,
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
here it will check. Is 123 is greater than the 567? No.
No, ma'am.
So
No,
the
ma'am.
condition stops. Okay, so this is how we are checking it. And what they said is we have to find the number of bills for the lowest 3 total bill amounts. So number of eligible bills we have to find. So similarly, next time what will happen? We have to check with the next code. It's 4174. So what will happen? Will it be taken? Will it be taken, people? Okay, so what I'll get actually, what is the value you have got? 4174. So I'll check, right? Is 4171 is, sorry, 4174 or 71?
7, 4. Yeah.
4, yeah. So 4174 is less than the 123. Is the condition is true?
No, ma'am.
No. Then 4174 is greater than 123.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So I have to check it. 4174 is less than the 567. Now,
No, ma'am.
Again,
again,
false.
I have to check 4174 is greater than 120. Oh, sorry, 567. Condition is true.
True.
Then 4174 is less than 1341. Is the condition is true? False. So I have to take the lowest 3 bills in 1 T, 2, 3 and T3. Okay. Now let's say this is the final amount we have got. So now I have to check count 2 equal to 0 and I'm reading from the pile 2. If the card is what value I'll get the eligible bills for the lowest total bills. So you can, what is the order here? 1T is the lowest, second lowest is 2T, third lowest is 3T, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now if I take a bill which is less than or equal to 3T, which means I can count that bill as one of the eligible bills for the lowest 3 total bills, right?
Ma'am, but I think that it should be less than 3T, then it will be lowest actually.
It will be either in the second or first, right?
Yeah,
Huh.
ma'am.
So that is what we are counting for the eligible bills for the lowest 3 total bills. If the value, let's say I'm getting the last third value. So based on that, if the value is lesser, either it will be 2T or 1T. So those are the eligible bills for the lowest 3 total bills. Hai na?
Yeah, ma'am.
So that is the answer here. It has to be less than or equal to.
Ma'am, but I have one doubt. Why it's less than or equal to? It should be, I think, less than 3T. Then we can give the lowest.
What if the same two bill are of same amount? 123 and 123 is same.
Oh,
123, one value is considered, right? We are not going to update the value, hai na?
understood.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is the pseudocode. We have to use the scores data set. Min total is the minimum total values obtained by any student. And these are the. So what will be the value of flag? Either true or false, or it cannot be determined.
Wait.
Okay, so min total is the minimum total marks scored in any subject. I mean, by any student. Okay, I'll just give you 3 minutes to
In
just
class,
practice the
Indian
answer for
explainer.
this.
Ma'am, please slide down.
Repeat, ma'am, what happened?
Slide down, ma'am.
And that is the options, either true or
I
false.
don't
That's
know.
it. This is the
एक
whole rule.
computer है बोले ये क्या
Just if you have no doubts, you can just mute yourself.
एक बार को मैं बोला था क्या
Yeah, the remaining is the options, people, either true or false options. That's it.
Ma'am, what's mean total? Actually, minimum total means. Ma'am, excuse me.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. So min total is nothing but the scores, minimum total marks obtained by any student. So that's the minimum total mark. Like minimum of all.
Ma'am, where it is initialized?
They have mentioned in the question, min total is considered as the minimum total marks. Read the question.
Ma'am, so minimum total across whole data set.
Out of whole data set, what is the minimum total mark they have scored? That is the minimum value.
So when the while loops finishes,
Ma'am, I got the answer.
A, B, and C will have minimum. A will have minimum marks of mathematics, B in physics, and C in chemistry. So D is also minimum total.
D is the addition of A, B, C, right?
Yeah. So minimum one, all three.
Yeah.
Ma'am, so I was asking one more doubt. Actually, what's Y here?
What's?
Y.
That is we are using the like see it's simple that here is the function definition part. I'll delete it. Yeah. So here whatever is the x value that you have to take it as y value. Just the variable change. This is function definition. This is function call or procedure call. They just use the different variables. So whatever the card you are taking, that card's maths mark, physics mark, and chemistry mark. That's it.
Understood.
Ma'am, got the answer.
Yeah. What is the answer?
True.
Yeah. How it is true? Yes, I could see in chat
Ma'am.
also people have given the right answer. Good.
Ma'am, ABC store the lowest marks in each subject, and D is the sum of these lowest marks. So we can say that D is the minimum of all threes. Together, we can say D is the sum of these lowest values.
Yes, yes.
Since the lowest total of any student will be greater than or equal to D, right?
Yes. Because the thing is, it's not that the same person has to score minimum in all the three subjects, right? Let's say the person has scored 45 in one, and in other subject he would have scored 91, and in other subject he would have scored 60 also. So we cannot say only this person is the lowest minimum and all. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We can just, or we can take the scores PDF. So far it's 173 is the minimum. And so 173 is the minimum of all, right?
Ma'am.
Yeah. So let's say the total min value is 173. Okay. Now I have to take the minimum mark in max. Max 57. Yeah, 52 is the minimum then. 56. Is there any marks minimum? 44. So the minimum max mark is 44. And I have to check for physics. In physics 45. And is there any mark less than 45? No.
No.
And in chemistry?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
42 minimum marks in math.
Repeat?
Not 44 mathematics marks.
Yeah, 42 is also there.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any other mark less than 40? No. And how about in physics? Less than 45 is not there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how about chemistry? I have to check it. 43 is the minimum, right?
43 is the minimum.
Is there any mark less than 43?
No.
No, ma'am.
So yeah. So in adding this, what I'm getting, people? 42 plus I'm getting 42 plus 45 will get it as 87 plus 43, I'll get it as 130, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So 130 is of course less than the 173, right?
Yes.
So if I subtract 173 minus 130, I'll get some positive value, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I can say the value is greater than 0. So the flag value will be equal to true. And here is the last question for this practice assignment, people. So scores and count M captures the number of male student whose max mark is less than the average max mark of female student. So we have to take the average of female students. Okay. Female students max mark. If any male student max is less than this mark, then we have to add it into the count M value. Okay. So now this is the code given. We have to identify there is an error in one line. So which line is the error? And the options are 4, 11, 17, 18, 21.
Ma'am. In the line 11, ma'am, we want to check if mathematics marks is greater than average, right? Here it is
Ma'am, it will
taken
be
as
the other
less
way
than.
around.
Is less than.
So it is wrong. We have to take it as greater than average.
Once again, could you repeat the question?
So the question is captures the number of male students whose max mark is less than the average of that. Okay.
So we want to take it as greater than average.
No, the count time represents the number of male students whose max mark are less than the average max mark of the female student. Female max mark is counted. Yes.
Ma'am, we are not checking.
Actually, the thing is, we are not checking for the male. The
Yes,
condition
ma'am.
has to be given for that. So that is an error in 9, 11. Because all the other things are correct. Here I have to add one more condition for male card. Okay, because we are not checking anywhere for the male. It may just check with the female also, right? If I just generally give this. Isn't it?
My error is also in line 17 also, I think.
How in error 17?
Because the sum f and count f are not initialized to 0 actually. Sum f and count f are not initialized to 0.
What is the sum value? It is 0, right? That is passed as a parameter here, right?
1 minute. Sum f value
See,
is how it is 0.
Sum is initialized with 0, count is initialized with 0. So instead of sum only, they are using the different variable as sum of and count f.
But in the procedure, it should be initialized to 0, na? Inside the
No,
procedure.
it is initialized in the global, no? Sum and 0, count 0. That is what is passed as a parameter, 0 and 0. Can you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The sum and count are already initialized with 0. So while passing, it will pass it as 0 and 0. Next time, it will take the updated sum value, updated count value.
He's talking about initializing it in the procedure, but you do not initialize the parameters in the procedure, right?
Actually, the thing
Parameters are
is,
initialized outside the procedure.
actually, you can initialize inside also, but the thing is, we are passing as a parameter, which means the value is already taken from here. Here, it will pass the value as the card and 0, 0. Next time, let's say the value is 1 and some 62, like this. Next time, sum and count are updated. So it will be like, let's say 175 and count is 2. So this is passed as a parameter. So whatever is the previous value, it is getting added to it. It is a global variable now, so I can use it, right? Can you able to understand this, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me just check the answers. Yeah. Do you have any doubts so far, people? Are Muskan, now it's a time for doubt session only, okay?
But in the procedure, it is given that sum f, different name is used actually, sum f and count f.
It's okay now, like whatever. This is the function definition part, and function like this is the function definition, function call. So whatever the parameters you are passing, whatever the values you are passing, it will just use it, no?
Okay, so what happens is when a function is called, that function initializes the parameter to that value.
See here,
Okay,
we are
so you can't
initializing.
initialize in the procedure. Like when a procedure is called, that procedure actually initializes the parameter to the value when you actually call it. So that
Yeah.
is the actually
Like here,
initializing.
we are passing as 0, 0. So that value of 0, 0 is taken here, and 0 plus the current max mark and count value is incremented. So next time, let's say count and sum are changed here, right? So next time it keeps updating. That's it. Is that clear?
Okay.
Ma'am, clear.
Okay, now we'll go to the doubts, people. Okay, we graded assignment 2. Which one you have a doubt, ma?
The first question.
Ma'am, question one. Question one, yeah. They added new option after updating.
This is the question, right? Okay, A equal to false. While table 1 has more cards, read the top card X from table 1 if the physics mark is greater than 60 or not belong to Valor. So other than Valor, or we'll get the physics markers greater than 60. Then I have to update the A as true. Okay. So A will return 2 if there exists at least one student from Valor. Possibility is there. Because the person should not belong to Valor or the physics mark has to be greater than 60. Let's say the person from Valor has scored more than 60. So one condition satisfied, right? Okay, then A will be true if there exists at least one student who is not from Valor. No, because the mark has to be equal to 60, right?
Ma'am, it seems the questions are changed a little bit because it's a different one from our end, and it seems they finally updated it. So that question is question 2 from our end when you actually look at it.
Then which is the first question? Is this the first question?
Ma'am, I'm having the doubt in the first question itself.
This is the first question you have, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So at least one student from Valor. Okay. A will return true if there exists at least one student who is not from Valor. Yeah, there can be a.
Can I ask a doubt?
Yeah, please.
Week number 3, 3.8, question number 2, activity, non-graded.
Okay, you can just post it in the chat box. But let me just complete this graded assignment 2. Then I'll come to all those questions like in activity week 3. Okay.
Okay. Also, there is some network issue, so I might be needing to ask again.
Okay. You can just post it in chat box. That would be preferable. Okay, so here A has to be initially false if the physics mark is greater than 60. Okay, so let's take this data set here. Here physics mark is greater than 60, but the person belong to E road. So according to this option, there exists a student, at least one student who is not from Valor. Yes. So this answer is right. And now I have to check for the Valor with 60 or less than 60. So first I have to, Valor is here. He has scored more than 60, right? So at least one student from Valor. Yes, this is also right then. Okay, they should not belong to Valor. But here when I am checking with physics mark greater than or equal to 60, yes. So true or not belong to Valor become false. So true or false, I'll get it as true, right? Okay, and one more thing is here A is not getting updated. So for first thing, 64, A becomes true. And A is not getting updated. Because if the A value equal to false is given here, then we can just check. But here once A becomes true, so only this option is right. Because I cannot take the first option. Because the first option is like E road 64. Condition is true. So A becomes true. After that we are checking for the other condition. Anyway, A is already true. So A will return true if there exists at least one student who is not from Valor. And A will return true if there exists a student having physics mark greater than or equal to 60 and is not from Valor. Yes.
But odd condition was given actually.
Yes,
That if
ma'am.
so, how can C option be correct?
See, the thing is, A when it will become true? That is the question, right? Okay, I'll just explain you people. What is the A value initially?
False.
Okay, now it is reading the card from the first table. So what is the first table value? The person belongs to E road and what is its physics mark?
64.
Yes, so what it will check is 64 is greater than or equal to 60. Condition is true. Is this condition is true, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, true or next I do like in our condition, if only one is true, anyway I'm going to get the A as true. Now what happens? A becomes true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if I read the second one, what is the second card? The person is Salem, and what is their physics mark?
45.
45.
Now the condition. Now the thing is A value is updated to false or something? No, right? A is still true. Is that true or false?
True, ma'am.
Even though, let's say the person is from Vellore or whatever is it, is A value is going to get changed after this? Yes, people, please say. A value will never be reinitialized, no? Once A value becomes true, what will be the conclusion of the pseudocode? Actually, if they have given A equal to false here, then you can say that all the four are true. Is that correct, people? Can you all able to understand this?
Ma'am, can you explain it again?
Sure.
Yeah, ma'am. Got it. Got it.
Okay, the thing is, they have initialized A with false first time. After that, for the first condition itself, we are getting as true. Because the person belongs to E road and that person has scored 64. After that, are we reinitializing the A value with false or something else? No, right?
No.
No.
That is the thing. So what will be the conclusion? If the A value is true, when there exists at least one student who is not from Baylor. Yes, even for the first student, we have got it as true. So A will return true when there exists a student having physics mark greater than or equal to 60 and he is not from Baylor. Hai na? So that the first condition itself will be true.
Yeah.
And let's say A condition will return true if there exists a student either having the physics mark greater than or equal to or is not from the Baylor.
Understood now.
Okay, ma'am.
Great.
Ma'am, so exactly if the condition would be if x dot physics greater than equal to 60 and x dot town is not equal to valor, then option
Then also the same answer, right? Because you see, A is not at all reinitialized. Once it's initialized with false, that's it. After that, A becomes true. Is there any condition to reinitialize the A value again? No. So if the first condition is like, if the first row of the table is whatever the value it is giving, it is going to be the same.
ma'am, no, I was asking that if physics marks would be greater than 60 equal to 60 and instead of or condition and would be given, so what would be the answer?
Still the same, no? Like first, it is okay. Here the first condition it will read same. The 64 and E road is the correct answer, right? For that, A becomes true. After that, are we reinitializing A to false? No, right?
No.
So A will be true always. Though the condition fails or not, A is going to be true only. Let's take an example. I'm taking 5 data set here. Okay, so the first data set is 64 and Vellore. Oh, sorry, 64 and E road. After that, I'm giving 54 and Vellore. And 65 as Vellore. And Chennai, 92. Then 20, let's say Vellore. Now tell me, what will happen? 64 greater than physics mark. So,
yes,
1 is true. So, A will be true. When I'm checking Vellore and 54,
Yes.
will it change? Will this condition work?
valor and 54. No, this condition will not work because
54 and Vellore.
no, ma'am. No, at least one condition is correct. So yes, A will be true.
But here 65 and Vellore. So A is already true, right? Are we changing the A value?
No, ma'am.
Similarly, Chennai 92. Are we changing the A value? No. First time it becomes true and it is still true only. We are not reinitializing it to false.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, let's say here instead of 64, I'm just giving us 50.
50. It's reinitialized.
Then what happened? It is A is initialized with false. Here also condition is false. But the
False.
thing is, x dot city dot is not equal to value. This condition is true, right?
Hmm.
So A becomes true. After that,
Again
A
true.
is always true, whatever the condition is. Hai na?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what is the case.
Ma'am, so actually I was saying that here or condition is used. That's why either of any condition is correct, then I will return true.
Yeah.
When condition would be there, then both the conditions would have to satisfy. That I exactly wanted to say. Then at that case, the option would be incorrect. Understood.
Okay, any
Ma'am,
doubts?
once if A is true, then A is always true, right? Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, any other doubts, people? In
Ma'am, I
graded,
have posted my doubt in the comment section.
in same graded assignment, anybody have any doubt in this graded assignment too?
Ma'am, actually in graded assignment, question number 1 is not matching with ours. Yes, ma'am. Question number 1 is not matching with ours. It is
Mention.
something different.
Okay, which is your first question? Just tell me that. Is this your first question?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, it is with that step. Which step is
Yeah,
correct?
ma'am. This is first question.
Is this the first question then?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am, not this one. Similar like this one. Ma'am, this one.
It's not here. This is the question you are saying, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the following procedure counts the number of students from Bangalore whose total mark is less than the average total marks from the scores dataset. And store it in the variable A. Let T be the average scores mark. Okay. And the programmer may have made mistake in one note. Okay, we have to identify its MSQ file. So I have to count the number of students from Bangalore. And their mark total has to be less than the average total mark. Okay. So A is initialized with 0. Fine. We are taking the iteration. Fine. We have to take the top card. Fine. And we have to check for the Bangalore. And their total has to be greater than the average total. Actually, it has to be less than, right?
Yeah,
So
ma'am.
here the condition is mistake. Fine. Move the current card to another pile 2 and repeat from step 2. No, it has to repeat from step 3. So
Yes, ma'am.
these two steps are wrong. And 2 and 3. 2 is correct. 3 is also, if pile 1 is empty, then stop the iteration. Correct, no? Like 5 and 6 are the right answer.
Ma'am, it is showing step 2 is also wrong.
No, bro, it is now corrected. You can see.
Step 2 is correct only. See, we have to initialize A with 0, na? Because there can be a possibility no one has also scored less than the average mark. So,
But
5
I got partial marking here. I don't
Can you check in the
I have
student dashboard? In student dashboard, you can check is the mark is updated or not. Okay.
Ma'am, updated. I got 2 marks full.
Okay.
Mine not updated. It is showing 96, not 100.
It's updated, right?
No, ma'am. Mine not updated.
No, in student dashboard, I'm asking. In the front page, is the mark is updated or is still it is showing the partial marking?
I mean, that
Ma'am, in
dashboard
my
it is showing 100, but not in that grade portion.
Then fine. In dashboard, mark is updated, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, is this the fourth question has to be discussed, right?
Yes.
Array, someone mentioned graded assignment to fourth and fifth, sixth question. Is this the second, fourth question, Alok?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here at the end of the execution of the given procedure words, what will A represent? Okay, A is initialized with the highest value, which means it is to find the shortest value. Okay. And they have mentioned that A should be the, okay, add the letter count to B. If the word does not end with a full stop, then execute 9. If the word ends with a full stop, if B is less than A, store B in A. So it is to count the number of words, I mean the letters, letter count. Yeah, shortest sentence of the letter counts. Okay. I'll tell you people what it is exactly. So what is given? What is the A value? A is initialized with 1000. Okay, let's say I'm taking some example as I am running. Okay, I am running. And full stop is here. Okay, so this is the first card, second card, and third card. Only 3 cards I'm taking. So I have to take the letter count of the card 1 to variable B. So what will be the variable B initially? 0. Now what is the B value? What is the number of letter count here?
1, ma'am. 1.
Yes. So now B becomes 1. Next time, if the word does not end with a full stop, is there a full stop here? No. So
No, ma'am.
what you do? Move the current card to another pile 2 and repeat from step 3. From here, I have to do it again. Okay. So now, what is the already B value is 1. Now it is taking this card. Now what will be the B value? Letter count is 2. So 2 plus 1 is the value? 3. Right?
3.
Okay. If the word does not end with a full stop, is it ending with a full stop? No. So move the card to pile 2 and repeat from step 3. Now again, take this card. What is the letter count here? 7, right? Now this has to be added to B. So I'll get the B value as 10. If the word ends with a full stop?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what I have to do, if the word ends with a full stop, I have to check B. What is the B value?
10.
Yes, 10 is less than 10,000.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the A value then? Store B in A. So now A stores 10. And initialize the B equal to 0. So now again B is reinitialized to 0. Let's say I'm just giving us Lakshmi. So now what will happen? With full stop, let's say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now B contains 7. It ends with full stop, so it has to compare. 10 is less than 7. Sorry, 7 is less than 10. Is the condition is true? Yes. So
Yes,
it
ma'am.
has to be reinitialized with 7. So what I'm trying to do, I'm having the letter count which has the shortest sentence, right? There are two sentences given. This sentence has 10 letter. This sentence have 7 letter. So what I'm storing actually?
Shortest sentence.
Yes, shortest sentence with the based on the number of letters. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what else you have doubt in graded 2 people? Graded assignment 2?
Ma'am, can you explain the fifth question?
This is the fifth question, right?
One second.
Is this the fifth question?
No, ma'am, it is assume that A, B, C are distinct integers.
No, I don't have that question actually.
Okay. Ma'am, can I send it in the chat box?
Okay.
Question number 6.
Okay, somebody have doubt in this question as well, no? Is it so, people?
Ma'am, what's clone me exactly means?
Clone means like taking a, like here in this question they have mentioned us every card in the modify it in the following way. For every card in the clone dataset, we replace the max mark by 100 minus the current marks. The clone is like we are taking an exact copy of that. Okay, but if we are taking in the clone dataset, we are just subtracting by 100 also. We replace the max mark by 100 minus the current max mark. So let's say the person has scored 92, it will be like 100 minus 92, something like that. So I'll get the value as 8, which will be the minimum value out of 1. Like that, it will be replaced. So now they are asking that what does the variable max store? Which will store the, like let's say the person has scored 12 out of 100. So in the clone data set, what will happen? 100 minus 12. It's 88, right? So 88 is the maximum mark which is stored. So in the original data set, if the person has scored minimum, they will be the maximum marks scored in the max clone data set.
Can you explain again?
Let's say these are the scores of the students. One has scored 12, other has scored 98, other has scored 56, like this. Now this is the original. Now in the clone, what I have to do? 100 minus 12. What is the value? 88. Here 2. And here?
44.
So now which is the maximum of all? Who has scored minimum mark in the OG set, I mean original set. Is that clear?
No, ma'am. Could you please repeat?
The meaning of cloned data?
So here you can see we have to clone the scores dataset and modify it in the following way. For every card in the clone dataset, we replace the max mark by 100 minus current max mark. If we take the max mark in the card and subtract it from 100 and then replace the max mark in the card with this new number. Got it?
Ma'am, my question is in the chat box. Can you
Yeah.
explain?
Yeah, I'll check 1 minute.
Then what is the meaning of cloned data set?
That is what they have clone in the sense of we are taking a copy of the original dataset, okay? But the thing is, here they have mentioned that in clone dataset, we have to store in such a way that we have to take the 100 minus value. Like 100 minus the current max mark. That is why we are storing it in the clone mark. Is that clear?
So the maximum marks in the clone is actually the minimum marks of the original.
That is what we take the max mark in the card, subtract it from 100 and replace the max mark in the card with its new number.
And can you explain the question before the question number 4th one as well, number 3 of the same exercise?
I have a different question actually. Let's say here one more question is shared in chat box actually. That is A, B and C are the 3 distinct integers. So which where x represents the, what will x represent at the end? Okay, so x is initialized with 0. If A is less than B, go to step 4. And let's take 3 values as, we can take the same values, no? 12, 98 and 56. This is A. And this is B and this is C. Okay. So now what I have to do is I have to check is A is less than B. Is 12 is less than 98? Yes. Then I have to move to here. That is 12 is less than 56? Yes. 12 is less than 98? Yes. Then it is going to here. That is 12 is less than 56. Then store A in X. So X stores 12. So it is storing the minimum mark. Let's assume that we are swapping the values here. Let's say this is B and this is A. So now what happens? Is 98 is less than 12? No. So I have to go to this step. In this step, it is mentioned as 12 is less than 56. Is this condition is true? Yes. So B is stored in X, which is none other than 12. So still we are getting the smallest value. So here the answer will be the smallest among A, B, C.
Ma'am, but in step 4, it is store A in X or store C in X. Then which one of this we should store in X?
See, if B is less than C, then store B in X. Else part, that is in the otherwise. If this condition fails, store C in X.
Ma'am, you will take all the doubts or you will end the session?
I repeat?
You will take all the doubts or you will end the session? Because it's already 8 o'clock.
Okay, it's already 8. Oh, I didn't see. I'll just check the questions. Like, if possible, we can just complete it.
Ma'am, this session is recorded, right, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, it is recorded.
Ma'am, can you post the link, ma'am, in calendar?
You can check in YouTube, no? That will be fine.
Ma'am, it is easy to find in calendar, ma'am, and revise again from
Okay,
calendar, ma'am.
I'll just check with the team if possible. I think after the session we'll update the link, right?
The link has
Session is
been,
over.
ma'am, link normally posted by like before the class, ma'am, in calendar, but
Okay. Or else though you can just find in the IATM BS degree one where you can find
yeah,
this.
ma'am, I know, ma'am, but we have to search it in IIT and BS degree live classes, ma'am. So it would be
Fine.
like if it would be updated in calendar, then we directly go to calendar and like of that class, and that we can search like click from there, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'll just check with the team, if possible. I'll just try to check with them. I think this is
Ma'am,
the live session link. So for today's thing, I'll just post it as of now in the chat box. Other days, I'll just check with the team people.
ma'am, this session is over. We have maths class.
Hmm?
We have maths class. Session is over.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then the activity questions and all we can discuss in the next session, people. That is on Monday session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, thank you, people.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Actually, have you already discussed the graded assignment question number 6?
Could you please tell me which is the graded assignment 6 question for you? Because it differs from person to person actually.
Oh, actually, the options. Yeah, yeah, this one only. Yeah, this one only.
Okay, I think many people have max session now. So can we discuss the session questions on Monday?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, no problem.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
ma'am.
thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hi, yes, please say.
Ma'am, I have a doubt actually. I actually missed to attend a weekly second week graded assignment. Will it affect my qualify exam?
Repeat.
I
So
couldn't
you
complete
didn't
it
attend
actually.
the GA of week 2, right?
Ah, yes, ma'am.
So you're asking that will it affect your qualification and all, right, for qualifier?
Ah, yes, ma'am.
I think you have to maintain the average of all. So you can just check with the support team. You can just write a mail to support team. They'll help you in that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also missed and graded assignment one of maths, then
Can you
did
please
count.
check with the team? Like that would be fine. You can just write a mail to support team. They'll help you.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay.
can't you post this link in calendar, ma'am?
I'll check with the team. If possible, we'll try to post it as well.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Ma'am, weekly
Thank you.
activity question
Mm.
3.4, question number
Yes,
3.
ma'am. We can just check. We can discuss all the activity questions on Monday, right? I have noted what are all the doubts you have, so we can just discuss that on Monday session because many people have max session now, so that's why I have just. Okay, any other doubts, people?
No, you said that you will take the doubt on Monday, right?
Yeah, but there was no time, that's why. Maybe if you have any one question doubt and all, I can just solve that now.
Yeah, I have only one question. That 6 graded assignment to 6.
Okay, then I'll explain that question. So, okay, 1 minute. Just share my screen now. I hope my screen is visible now, right?
Yes, yes, this question only.
Okay, so here it is mentioned that x, what will be the value of x after the execution of the following procedure with the scores data set. And they have given a, b, c, d, y. Initialize them all to 0. Y is initialized to 100. So here, let's say A is initialized to 0, B to 0, C also 0, D also 0, Y is initialized to 100. Okay. So we have to maintain a variable X is equal to none. Done. So now we have to read the top code. If the person belongs to Chennai, A will be added. And we have to check if A is less than Y. So let me take this. So the first person belongs to E road. So they doesn't belong to Chennai. So A is not incremented. Then Bangalore, no. Madurai, no. Vellore, no. So now Y is still 100. All the values are same. Now I have to take the second data set as Salem. Does it follow any other condition? No. Then Chennai, yes. So now what I have to do? A has to be initialized to 1. I mean added to 1, and I have to check. Is 1 is less than the 100?
So basically, this program deals with the first occurrence of any of the four like cities, right?
No, after that also last occurrence only it is taking, right? Like whichever the value has the number of people with more. Let's say Chennai has more number of people. Then X is initialized with that, and Y contains that X number, like that number of students.
Like here,
Here Chennai people are 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people are from Chennai. And next has to be Bangalore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 people are from Bangalore. Then what is the next condition? Madurai and Vellore. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. 5 are from Madurai.
and once we store A in Y, then will we able to proceed with the like the program anymore?
Yeah, because it's like a loop, right? See, we are using a loop. While pile 1 is empty, read all the cards. Let me tell you from the stepwise. So first time, Madurai is 1. So 57. I mean like Chennai is the first one. So then X becomes Chennai and Y becomes 1. Next time again, Chennai. So 1 is Y, A is 2. So what will happen? Y is reinitialized to 2 again and Chennai will be stored. Now it's Madurai. So Madurai for which variable? C. So C is 1, but what is the A like what is the Y value? 2. Is 1 is less than 2?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, there was a calculation error that I was doing while solving. Like, it's written a less than y, and hence I thought that a, b, c, d are initialized to 0. So I was confused if a is 0 and y is 0, but now I saw its y is initialized to 100. So that was my mistake.
Okay. So whatever the city which is taken first will be stored. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. First taken city, because after that y is the lesser of 1 has to be the lesser. Now 2 is less than y, 1, no. So it will check with the other cases, but whatever the value initialized is fine. Okay. So Chennai will be the answer here because Chennai is the one with the first value which is
Maximum.
identified. Yeah.
I thought the y value is also initialized to 0, so basically
No,
that
y is
means
initialized with 100. Na? So 100 less
yeah.
than 1 is 1. So value will be 1 and Chennai will be the answer because that is the first thing it is reading.
And that is why I thought that the program, how will it continue? Because if y is 0. So that is why.
Okay. Y is 1 actually, 100 actually. That is why.
100 actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Okay, people, if you have no doubts, you can leave the session. Thank you.